Halloween is full of special activities that you can do and a lot of unique rewards and items that you can get. And this can be overwhelming if you are not familiar with the festival. In this video, we will talk about all of this in details and explain them one by one. The most important thing are the Halloween dailies, which you can find in your Heroes panel when you go to the Daily tab and then click on Halloween Daily. And when you finish any 3 of them, you will complete Halloween Fright, which is the most important one. When you finish Halloween Fright 5 times, you will also finish Eve of the Mad King, which is one of the achievements in Halloween rituals. This will give you this item, Mad King's Gift. This will give you the option to choose any weapon you want from the Haunted Weapon skins. When you unlock any of those skins, you can talk to this vendor, Lunatic Weaponsmith, which you will find in the Grand Plaza in Lion's Arch. Only when you unlock the normal Haunted Weapon skin, you will be able to upgrade it to this version of Demon Haunted Weapons, which have some very cool skins that can work with multiple builds. You can come talk to the vendor, right click and preview and see all of them. As you can see, all of them are locked, except this Demon Haunted Warhorn, because it was the only skin that I unlocked normally, and now I can buy the Demon Haunted version of it. And it will cost 2 gold and 4 candy corn cubs. So if you found any of the skins you like, just unlock the normal Haunted version of it, which you can get through the dailies we just explained, and then you will be able to buy the Demon Haunted version of it. The Mad King Labyrinth is probably the most profitable and most famous activity you can do during Halloween. I have made a full guide on it and I will leave the link for it in the comments and description. And then we also have your Mad King Says, which takes place at the Grand Plaza in Lion's Arch. This is an event that happens every 2 even hours based on Guild Wars 2 server time, which is the same as GMT or UTC. And if you are ever not sure, you can just come to the Lion's Arch and ask in map chat when does your Mad King Saves start. The event itself is very simple. It takes place around this central area. Mad King soon is going to show up and he's going to tell you to do some emotes like cheer, bow, ponder and such. If he says your Mad King says before them, then you want to do those emotes. Every time you will do that successfully, you will get 1 stack of the Mad King's favor. And when you have at least 12 of them, and when the event is over, you will get 3 fragments of a key, and you will find it in your inventory. When you click on them, it will combine them into 1 key, and then you can open this Mad King's chest, which will contain some decent loot, and a chance for some rare items. The Mad King's Labyrinth and your Mad King Says are probably the 2 most important and most famous activities you can do during Halloween. But there is much more. One of them is Ascent to Madness, which is a dungeon-style activity where you can go with a group or you can go solo. And when you finish the dungeon, you will get some cool rewards. And when you interact with the Mad King's Labyrinth door that we spoke about earlier, you will see multiple options you can choose, including other activities and not just the Labyrinth. I have already covered all of them in details in a guide I made last year. I will leave the video for it in the comments and description, and there isn't really that much of changes at all. And so it should still work this year. When you go to the Achievements tab in your Heroes panel, go to Festivals and you will see those 3 categories. They will contain a lot of achievements related to Halloween. Most of them are very easy to finish and they shouldn't take that long at all. They will give you a lot of trick-or-treat bags and some other cool unique items. I will not cover all of them in details, but we will explain the most important ones. Try to finish as many of them because when you do, they will give you a lot of trick-or-treat bags and a lot of achievement points. Weekly Halloween Festivals is a new achievement added this year. You can finish it once per week and it will reset every Monday. To finish it, you will need to do some Mad King Labyrinth, Halloween Race, and as you can see it tells you the kind of activities you need to finish. And the reward will be a candy corn cub. And don't forget that you will also get a lot of rewards as you do those activities anyways. So it is a good achievement to try and finish. Halloween Rituals is an achievement you can finish when you are done with 9 out of those achievements. And it will give you this Grasping Gaze shoulder box. this chest will give you the option to choose whatever weight you want of the skin. And when you choose any of them, it will unlock the skin for all the weights. And this is how the shoulder skin looks. Next, we will talk about some of the achievements in the Shadow of the Mad King category. Pumpkin carving, when you finish it, it will give you 17 points. And it will give you the title Master Carver. This will require you to carve a total of 150 pumpkins, which shouldn't be too hard to do, especially that we have the Halloween for almost a month. Mercy of the Mad King is an achievement you will get when you open at least 1000 trick-or-treat bags, and this will give you Royal Flame weapon cover. And then you can choose one skin of the unique set Royal Flame weapons. This is just one of them, which is the Royal Flame Sword. If you want to preview the rest of those weapon skins, just go to your bank and then go to the last tab where it says Wardrobe Storage, and you want to go to Weapon Skins, and then type Royal Flame, and you will see all the options. You can right click and preview, and it will show you the weapons. You can also buy this cover directly on the trading post, but as you can see, it is relatively expensive. This is also one of the lucky drops you can get from the trick-or-treat bags. And in general, if you are not sure whether you should sell or open those trick-or-treat bags, I made a guide already on this point in details, and I will leave the link for it in the comments and description. Mad Memories is an achievement that will unlock other achievements that will start some sort of a scavenger hunt, which will give you stat-selectable backpacks. To get started with the first step, just talk to Magister Tassie, which have pumpkin above their head. It's one of the NPCs in the Grand Plaza in Lion's Arch. You will find all the related achievements in the Shadow of the Mad King category, and all of them will start with Mad at the beginning. When you finish each of the achievements, it will give you a unique backpack, and the last achievement of the scavenger hunt will give you an exotic backpack that is stat selectable. Demon of a Drifter will require you to finish one lap of the Roll into Madness race under 1 minute. You have to finish it under 1 minute. If you finished in exactly 1 minute, it is not going to give you the achievement. It has to be less than 1 minute. The reward will be this ghostly racing scarf. And I actually have it equipped right now, but you can barely see it. It's not really very obvious. And it acts as a shoulder skin. If you want to preview it yourself, you can go to your wardrobe and just type ghostly in the armor skins, and you will see all of them for all the weights. They look the same for all the weights. Lunatic Wardrobe will have a total of 6 achievements. Each one of them will give you a lunatic armor box, and in it you can choose light, medium or heavy. This will be extremely valuable because it is stat selectable. And so basically, if you finish all of those achievements, you will have a full set of boxes that will be stat selectable exotic level 80, and you can use them for any weight you want. Now let's talk about the unique items we can get during Halloween. And we will start with some Black Lion skins. When you go to the Grand Plaza in Lion's Arch, one of the vendors is called Black Lion Weapons Specialist, and the vendor will have this candy cone icon above their head. They will offer some unique skins. Each one of them will cost 2 Black Lion claim tickets, and you can also buy this Bloody Prince toy chest for free, which is some sort of a novelty item. You can come talk to the vendor and preview the rest of the weapon skins. You can also buy those skins directly on the trading post, but they will be a little expensive. Candy Cone vendor will be right beside the Mad King Labyrinth in the Traders Forums area in Lion's Arch. This vendor will have a lot of unique items, and the currency for them will be the Candy Cone Cup. You can buy the Candy Cone Cup directly from the trading post if you want, or if you go to the second tab from the same vendor, it will enable you to exchange 1000 pieces of candy cone with 1 candy cone cup. Most of the items here are minis, but there are a couple of unique items. There is the Hexed outfit, and this is what you see on my character right now. It will cost 3 candy cone cups. There is the Halloween pail, which is a 20 slot bag, which can be very good for especially new players. But just be careful before you buy them, and you want to compare the prices with the normal 20 slot bags you can get from the trading post, or craft yourself. This will all depend on the price of the candy cone and the candy cone cups. Those shackles are also glove skins, and as you can see, I currently have them equipped. Pumpkin crown is a headpiece, and it will be the same for all weights, and you can buy it for 20 candy cone cups. When you buy this item, it will give you a box and you can choose the skin of the weight you want. When you unlock any of them, it will unlock for all the other weights. Lunatic Court Cape is one of the few capes you can get as a reward in-game, and you can see it equipped on my character. It will cost 20 candy corn cups. You can also get a witch hat. Gift of Candy Corn will put a candy corn node in your home instance that you can gather once per day, and it will cost 5 candy corn cubs. Greater Gift of Candy Corn will upgrade this node and it will make it king-sized, and you can gather it twice instead of just once. Keep in mind that those items are not necessarily for profit, because it will take you a very long time to actually break even. You can also get the same item from any laurel vendor for 25 laurels and 15 gold. But if you want to upgrade it to the king-sized, you have to upgrade it from the vendor during Halloween. There's another vendor right beside him called Candy Corn Vendor Weekly. All of those items can be bought only once per week, and this vendor will reset on Monday. Lunatic Alchemist is a vendor that will sell you the recipes required to craft the Lunatic Armor set. And it will also offer you some recipes for some unique items and unique food. But the most important thing are those Lunatic Armor recipes. All of the recipes in-game are account bound, and once you consume them, it will unlock for all your characters based on the disciplines they have and they can use to craft. Lunatic Armor is extremely valuable. It is level 80 exotic, account-bound, stat-selectable armor, which means you can select any stat in-game. It will cost on average 6 gold to craft each piece. But remember, they are account-bound, which means you can craft one heavy set that you can use on your Guardian, Warrior, and Revenant, for example. And of course, the same applies to the other weights and the other classes. Getting all the recipes for all the weights can be very pricey and very expensive, especially if you are someone who is relatively new to the game and you don't have that much gold or resources. So if that was the case and you would still like to get those recipes, I would recommend just sticking to one weight of the main class you are using. Another item you can buy is the Candy Corn Gobbler. You can buy it on the gem store for 300 gems. It is not available now, but it should be released in the next few days. I already explained exactly how it works in details in the last guide. I will leave the video for it in the comments and description. If you enjoyed this guide and found it useful, please consider subscribing and leaving a like to see more similar guides in the future. If you want to see more Halloween guides, I will leave the entire playlist for you on your screen now, and you will also find it in the comments and description. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.